Today, we have the best goalkeepers in all of FC 24, heavily opinionated. Ooh, we're gonna cook it up. What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the channel. As per usual, we have broken rank 1 foot champs, debatable in the pine. Goalkeepers in particular, just a straight opinion piece. So run up the comments. Let's get to the goodness. Like it, subscribe it. Alisson, gotta be still on a GOAT status. I'm not saying that I necessarily believe in the informs or the team of the years when it comes to this position. Goalkeepers particular. But Alisson did the business previously. He's still doing the business with the upgrade. That man Skelly, 6'8". I don't know if I'm giving him greatness. I've gone up against this item a couple times and I've cooked. So maybe height's not everything. I'm putting him into the debate. You can let me know. I understand what you're reading. I can see the same stat lines. I'm just not sold. The Fonz, the Frenchman. I've always liked his item. Felt like he was overpowered, even from his baseline, upgrade, inform, improvement, big hands, the mittens. He's getting to stuff. I'm not scared. I'm not worried. I can start throwing guys in the pine. It doesn't move me one way or the other. That's kind of how I feel. He's another one of those goalkeepers that is huge. Campos, way too small. Don't do this to yourself. Please and thank you. Casillas has been better than expected this year. Also a little bit undersized, but the cat, he's been getting to some things. At the end of the video, we do a full-on review. Don't go anywhere. The Belgium. He's decent. You might be able to get away with a weekend league, for being completely honest. Petr, straight to the top. I liked Petr in any of his versions, variations, past history, current stance, and he's got the helmet on. He's yelling at somebody. Lucas, I'm just going to toss him into the debate. Same, we're going into the Italian. Courtois, I have a bit of a love and a hate relationship. I loved him at the beginning of the game. I don't know that I hate him now, but I don't think he's as good as he was. We see title updates, patches, gameplay changes. Sometimes it's just a feel where goalkeepers lined up with your beliefs, and other times not so much. Diogo Costa, we go in Portuguese. I think he joins foot champs, which makes me feel almost as if Casillas already has to get that notch up. I don't want to disrespect the man. One of the greatest goalkeepers to ever do it. He was a true winner, leadership quality. Sometimes it doesn't translate into FC or FIFA greatness, but this year it's been better than before. Donnarumma, I personally love the Italian. It just fits for me. I feel more confident having him back there. He's getting to everything. Hands this way, hands that way, reactions on point. Even more so with the penalty kicks. Dudek, after further review and this upgraded version, I really like him. At least rank 1. If anything, I'm teasing the idea of him getting into that broken early edition. Erps, she's 5'8". I can't get past it. I could be nice and perhaps get her into the debate, but I don't like an undersized goalkeeper. It's not by accident that she is by far the cheapest item of all the women's and men's team of the year iterations. I'm feeling a little bit harsh. I'm bringing her down to the pine. The ability might be there, but you can't change the size, and Travellas are flying into the back of the net. I need them extensions. Ederson, he's on the come up for yours truly. Not even with the UCL item, but even the Ederson 88, I feel has gotten better as the year's gone on. He's been one of my mainstay goalkeepers, constant rotation. I like him. Endler is maybe the surprise of the women's goalkeepers. She's been my favorite of the bunch at this point, or generally speaking. We do have some sort of trust in our relationship. No go. Nope. Oof. Big Palo into foot champ, 6'5", Argentinian. This Giroud item I like a lot. I don't think he can go above foot champs if we're being realistic, but he's had moments. He's been popular. Big G, maybe not trending in the right direction. Lucas will get you into the weekend. He has both a fire and an ice. You can pick the preference. I'm not sure there's necessarily a better version. We're already in a heavily opinionated and controversial subject across the board. Coble for the weekend is cool. Not mad at that. I've never seen this goalkeeper used, and I think he's 5'10", 5'11". We know 5'11", not a real height, at least not according to dating apps. You better go over or under. You make a choice, a selection. Hugo Lloris, highly popular. I'm not sure that he's in my personal broken, but I have gone up against him a lot. Big Mike, a lot of people love him. He's not ever been that proficient for me. I'll still give him foot champs. Martinez, foot champs. Mendy, foot champs. Navas, kind of underrated. Still gonna toss him into the debate, I'm sorry. Manuel Neuer, I like him. Oblak, I like him. Onana, I don't know, he's breaking into that many lineups. He's not in a heavy rotation if you're looking at Premier League sides. And it's not just based around chemistry or something along those lines. You got plenty of goalkeepers to choose from, and the majority aren't going to come in at hefty price tags. These are the players you pack and then you never get rid of. They just sit in the club and you rotate some of the higher rated goalkeepers depending on your squad and just weekend league experience. Pope, I like him, but something's happened. He was better at a different point. If you've seen previous videos, we've done top 10s and top 5s. There's so much interpretation and flexibility with goalkeepers because for whatever reason, they don't perform the same throughout the year. I don't know why. The stats didn't change. A lot of them weren't upgraded, but that's how I feel. Ivan can get himself into the weekend. If anything, that's the category that's filling up. Roskovich, great name. Ramsdale, I've only had good experiences, but there's too many players. Sandra's good to go as well. If anything, she should probably join Endler, similar in that regard. Schmeichel, I have so much belief in this man, the Dane. Big body, consistent, sort of underrated, maybe not used enough. I'd probably put him in my top tiering of goalkeepers. The young Schmeichel, I have a lot of love and appreciation for. He might be on the move. He could potentially get himself into a rank 1. It's not happening. It's just undersized. Sommer, decent, but he's not that big of a body type. Foot champs is cool. Chesney, foot champs. Ter Stegen. And again, with some of these informs, I would even put the gold item as the same as the inform. I don't even always believe in the informs. Sometimes I'd rather have the actual gold item. I've been using Ter Stegen a lot. With goalkeepers, I just want consistency. I want reliability and then occasionally the big save. That's it. I'm a simple man. Not dealing with 82 overall informs. My apologies ahead of time. Trap, good track record. He could do it. He's done it. He will do it. I don't see Lars in rotation, but I did use him for a few games, give or take, and I thought that he looked like he belonged on the pitch. We'll give him foot champs. Van der Sar always finds himself in the same position. If you could only choose one, I'd still lean on going for Van der Sar. Call it a day. Van Nistelrooy, people have been trying to make work. I see him in a lot of weekends. I don't know. Are people forcing this as a choice? Yashin to the top. I actually feel, again, that he's been better than previous years, and somehow he convinced EA to give him a center back item. Wild finesse. And we just put out a center back video, which has so many players. Maybe the top 125, 150 defenders in the game. So get your popcorn for that one. The second coming, it's not Zinedine, and I think this review is going to go harsh. I see myself moving more and more into the pine. Last but not least, we have Zinsberger, and that leads us into a review. Let's get to it. I'm not moving anyone from the pine. It's just a matter of other players should join. I think Big G's probably done enough this year. Some of y'all will talk about the size, the sure size between these two individuals. Informs, you can pick a movement. You want to go up, you want to go down. I might be giving Zidane a little too much love here. Some of this comes down to what you need. Even though I wanted a couple ladies maybe in foot champs, their time's probably passed. I've used Endler for multiple weekend leagues, but it was at the beginning of the year. But if I've got Earps down low, how could I have Sandra there? What's wrong with me? An Uno reverse, if you will. So I've taken Sandra all the way down. I'm moving Earps up to the debate. I'm keeping Endler and foot champs. That's still the option I would choose if you're going to go with the women's route. Van Nistelrooy has truly not been intimidating, but so many of you use him. So maybe you're seeing something I'm not. I frequently go up against him throughout the weekend league, but I'm also never impressed. Schmeichel, I like. Personal preference. Does he done enough for rank 1? Probably not, but I do like him. Mendy, if you can link them together, I think you'll be happy with them. Some of y'all will argue for Kobo, or you'll argue for the likes of Mike. I don't like him. What can I do? It's not been for me. Giroud, what a man. I almost want Giroud just to go up to rank 1 for the Bants. It's probably the only time he's been fast in his career or at an acceptable speed. There's relevance to pace, but if the players don't position themselves properly when they're coming out in the goalkeeper role, ends up being a disaster. Once we get to rank 1, I'm looking at Hugo and I'm staring him down. The fact that he's being used in the pro scene, that's kind of where I'm at. I think he has to go to broken, even though I personally stand by him being maybe a little more rank 1. As much as I've liked Pope, it was strange. His 84 was glossy with success. This 86, when he first was released, a lot of belief and hype, and I thought that it worked well. Currently, maybe there's more room for interpretation. Also, I'd like to make a correction. That Casillas should be a 92. I think he has a 90 and a 92. So I don't know how we average that out into a 91, but that's the 92 version. If anything, he'd be the player to make a case. I know plenty of you love Casillas. You stand by him. Thibaut Courtois is also conversationalist. A lot of minutes, a lot of burn, a lot of PT. These first three, I think Dudek might be the most slept on of the goalkeepers battling it out in rank 1. Movement-wise, up top, the first three, Van der Sar, Petr Alisson are there. Ederson, I can't replace him just because of what he's been doing for me lately. That's just where I'm at. We already put Hugo on a little bit of a bump. I'd probably somewhat order it in this manner. If you're looking at a top 8, that feels good for me. Again, it's a hard position comparatively because you don't have the same stats or metrics to measure or to be able to correlate with your opinions. That's where we've ended up. I look forward to the conversation. If you want the gameplay, it's on the second channel with the playbook. And also, if you want football storytelling, and I'm telling you, the channel is coming in hot fuego. The football records, both will be linked in the description and linked in the comments. I appreciate all of you, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.